Marie.
Marie.
You know, I've discovered that we've got something in common, which leads on to what you actually do for a living, is that we both forget people's names. Maria, it's actually Marie, not Maria.
It's Marie, yes.
Okay, so I've done a little bit of research on you, and obviously now with your name. You do decluttering, but you also have written a book.
Yes.
From New Zealand?
Yes.
Tell us about the journey of writing a book.
Okay, well, at the time I didn't know I was writing a book, and I actually think that's the best way, because I wrote all my raw feelings down and how I changed my life and, you know, and my experience. So what happened was 16 years ago when I was 28, I had a brain aneurysm and viral meningitis and chemical poisoning, and I went through menopause because I got so sick.
So 28, you're going through
28,
menopause?
yeah, 28. Wow. And I became allergy to a lot of foods. So my body just did a full cycle. It was not very good. And I ended up, I had a Maori spiritual healer actually pull aneurysm out of my head through a kawakawa leaf. And I saw it with my own eyes. And from that day I already believed in alternative healing. So from that day, I was so grateful that I just ended up looking at it. Made me realise what's happening with my life. So I began to really analyse all the people around me and who I was associated with, and I began to declutter.
So the holistic decluttering.
Yeah, declutter the people in my life, and my partner at the time was a hoarder. So I found that he was causing, it wasn't his fault, it was just the people that I was attracting. So I finished that and just changed my life entirely. And then to heal, I wrote all my emotions out. And then my brother said one day, looks like you're writing a book, it's so long. And I'm like, well, no, it's not. And then that's when I decided that I'm going to publish this, you know, because it can help people. So I made a simplified version of, it's called Reclaim Your Subconscious Mind. And it helps people to declutter their life. And that's why I do decluttering today, is because I love to help women see that their clutter in their home is directly related to the problems they're having in their life.
So when I see decluttering, I think of my house, and I see my room, my wardrobe, and I think, man, I've got to declutter this. But when you talk about, you're talking about the holistic, you're talking about the whole person.
Yes.
Tell us more about that.
Well, because I work with their mindset and what's going on and why they're holding on to things. And a lot of things are poverty mindsets, why you're holding on to things and why you keep buying and, you know, items that you just don't need. And, you know, where's your focus? Is your focus on what was your passion in life? And are you buying these things just to for your passion, or, you know, where are you putting your money? And so it becomes there's a whole lot of reasons why.
Right into your relationships and
everything,
so forth.
yeah.
Okay.
So I declutter people's homes and life.
And their minds, hopefully,
Yes,
the words.
yeah.
So tell us where people can find you. Where's the
Well,
best
my
way to
book's
contact?
on Amazon, and they can find me on Marie's Easy Decluttering on Facebook. And that's where I do some challenges and help people that way. Yeah, so we have groups and Facebook groups and things.
Great, excellent.
Yeah.
Well, really appreciate you coming on and talking to us.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for having me. Hi, Scott. So I've done a little bit of research on you, and what you're doing is quite amazing for our children. Getting the children out behind their computers and out in the wilderness. So, can you tell us a bit about that and how you came about doing that?
Yeah, sure. I guess we've got a passion for doing that, getting our kids out. We're having kids ourselves, I guess, where it started. We've got 3 boys, and all of them are growing up quickly, as you know. One's got into his teenage years. So what we saw that there was a problem in society with addiction to technology and obesity growing in our society. And so we started to look at the ways we could get these kids off the couch, away from their iPods, and into the wilderness. And we developed something we call now, which is called the Sons of Adventure. We realised that kids, especially boys, have a real heart and really want to get into adventure. And so we took that another step forward, and we took them out into the wilderness and helped them experience in a safe place, experience the wilderness. And we found it really rewarding for them.
Okay, that's awesome, because you mentioned safety, you know, it's a safe place. I wouldn't imagine Australia being a safe place to take your children. So
Well-
do you have safety precautions that you have, like for parents out there that would want to send their children out into the open like that? What are your precautions?
Okay, yeah, I guess every New Zealander seems to think that Australia's not safe. But really, there's not a lot you're going to come across in the wilderness. In previous years, a lot of this was done. Go back 20, 30 years, kids were sent out, they were on camps, they had a lot of Boy Scouts, they had a lot of boy squads and things like that. But today we've wrapped them up in cotton wool. We don't like them going out and hurting themselves. In fact, Eli came home the other day and told me how there's a ban now at his school, you cannot run on the concrete. It's become a little bit crazy. Yep, there's snakes in Australia. If you're going to go bushwalking, especially in certain parts of the year, and the majority of the time, unless it's dead of winter, you're going to see a snake. You like snakes?
No.
But snakes are fairly harmless as long as you stay out of their way. We always come across them. Usually we're seeing them duck off in the bush. We're not seeing them aggressively coming towards us. But it's also a good teaching environment for a kid to realise that there's dangerous things in the world and how you get around that and deal with it.
So what sort of activities would you do with the children?
Well, our boys have developed to wilderness walking, which is get packs and we walk for 2 or 3 days and do things like that. But for someone starting off, really it's about doing micro adventures. Every family in the weekend could take an hour, head out to the amazing environment we've got here. Tamarine Mountain is a great one in the Gold Coast. Springbrook is a great one. The day walks, we can just do an hour or 2 walk with your kids, and it's getting them out, getting them away from the computers, getting them away from the devices, and just spending time doing activity. Okay,
I think that's really awesome. And for our audience, how can they get hold of you?
Okay, our main stream of connection really is through social media, through Sons of Venture on Instagram or on Facebook.
Okay, awesome. Well, thanks, Scott, for being on Point TV today, and much appreciated.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.